Welcome, everybody, to another Spanglish edition of your favorite Star Wars podcast. My name is Freddy Days, and with me, the one and only Jerry. Jerry, how are you today?
Hello, everyone. Hello, squad. Hello, Freddy Days. Happy. We're happy. How was it that TikTok trend? How
I'm a
was it?
happy boy. I'm a happy
Yeah,
boy.
but there was another one. There's a new one, a newer one.
I know. I don't know. I don't know.
Happy.
Well,
Happy.
as you can
Something like
notice,
that.
as you can notice, guys, Jerry is extremely happy, and with all reason, because today we are going to be talking about the best episode in the entire Star Wars saga. No
In
matter
our
what you
opinion.
say,
In our opinion.
well, in our opinion. Now, even if you, my opinion is what matters. My opinion is what
We don't
matters.
care.
Oilo.
I don't care.
Well, yes, true. The best episode to our own eyes, in our opinion. Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, is just a masterpiece because, well, we're not gonna let you know right now why. So, Jerry, what do you got to say? I mean,
Yeah, the best of them all. The connection to everything, the connection to the dark side, the fall of the Jedi. It is just amazing. Well, of course it has its thingies here and there. It has its I would say. Well, I would say
no,
I would say
I disagree.
yes.
I disagree. No, Star Wars Episode 3. There is nothing wrong with Episode 3.
There
nothing.
is. There
nothing.
is.
No,
There is.
no, there is
Some
nothing wrong.
telenovela thing.
Nah,
Some telenovela
boy.
stuff.
Don't get me started.
Oh boy. Don't get me started.
There is nothing wrong with Episode 3.
I digress. I strongly digress.
The only but I will have to not that but
C3PO spot.
C-3PO's but the only comment that I have, well, I mean, back in the day, I didn't understand certain little things. So for all those Kyber listeners, people listening to our chit chat, if you haven't seen Star Wars Episode 3, or any Star Wars movie for that matter, whenever you start, let's say, watching these movies, we would recommend you, before watching Episode 3, look up on YouTube the old Cartoon Network TV series. What's from around 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
So because that series is going to fill in like little blanks that we see in Episode 3 that, as I said, there are certain moments that we never saw throughout the movies, and we're like kind of confused. We'll talk about that, some of those few moments. But Jerry, okay, so what would you like to say? How shall we start this beautiful masterpiece?
Oh, well, we start, and the first thing we see, or the one of the first scenes that we see, is we get introduced to Mr. General Grievous. We see him there, and this type of robotic or android, if you will, creature. Well, not android. He's a cyborg.
It's a cyborg.
Yeah,
it's a
cyborg. So we see that, and when we see a very different cyborg from what we were used to seeing, like I mean, I think anywhere, because we've seen RoboCop, we've seen Cyborg from the DC universe as well, and
exactly
they're both like human type of cyborgs. So it's a different type of cyborg. It's a different race, and then when you start to dig into his story of Grievous's story, it's a very interesting story. It's a very interesting character, which in the end was played, as many other characters, was played by none other than Pappy Palpatine. So a great story of him.
Yep.
He's a great character. I mean, the looks of him, the looks of it, if you will, are just awesome, awesome. And then you see him like this humongous creature, big, like real big, but
Huge. Yeah.
yeah, you see that he is in some way. How would I call this? Um, he's not like the strongest, like right at the top, because we see him entering the room with this coughing sound, so
Exactly.
looks like he smoked a lot, right? He did
Yep.
go for those dead sticks that they would tell on episode number 2, but
He ran into our little friend B dealer.
do you want to smoke some dead sticks?
And actually, just like a small parenthesis, this is one of the events or one of the things that you will understand by watching the Star Wars TV series. There's like a compilation of all the series. It's like a long movie. It's like around 2 hours, but it explains why Grievous has like that difficulty breathing. As I said, Grievous is a character that we see until this movie, Episode 3, and we never saw him in Episode 2, Episode 1. So that's only one thing that I didn't, I would say, like, but nothing that would tell, in my opinion, that it would affect like my grade, or it would affect in any way. Is Grievous? It's a character that it's interesting. It's interesting. It was a well done character with 4 cybernetic arms. I mean, come on.
And he was a badass. I mean, Dooku was the one that trained him. He was a badass. He killed a lot of Jedi. He took their lightsabers for his collection.
Exactly.
Those would make a fine addition. Addition.
Addition.
Fine addition to his collection. But anywho, great character. We see as well Obi-Wan. We see Anakin grown. Oh my God!
Oh my God! How you doing?
How he doing?
And we see Anakin with like a more, let's say, mature personality, because he even has like a badass scar in his eye, his right eye, long hair, all buff, and with like an attitude like
a nice present from Sash Ventress.
Exactly.
She was trained by Dooku as well, so there you go.
I would have liked to seen Asajj Ventress in this movie, because as we saw during the old Cartoon Network Clone Wars series and the new one from Disney, Asajj Ventress. Y ya estamos de regreso, chicos. Ahí disculpen las falladitas.
It's Spanglish. Technical difficulties. We're sorry, guys.
We're sorry, guys. We were having technical difficulties, but we're back. We're back. So, before the first 15-minute break, we were talking about a more mature and older Anakin. We see with this badass look, with the scar. We see Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let me tell you, this is the best look for that I've liked in the entire, let's say in the prequels. This is my favorite look.
Yeah, he had Star hair, the scar, everything, the muscles. Oh, the muscles.
The muscles, oh my God. When he's with Padme, whenever he's having this dreams, he comes out with his pajamas and the 6-pack. I was like, oh, ooh.
And the tattoo. Ooh.
And the tattoo, like, ooh. Ooh. Boy.
Boy, like, oh boy, you've grown. Oh, Annie, you've grown.
Like, hey girl, like, I'm hesitating now.
he got that nervous. He got that nervous. That's true. There you go. There you see him.
Yeah. That's what Anakin causes. The effect Anakin. But well, other points aside, we were talking about one important character that, for whatever reason, it was left out. I would have liked to see it to see her. It's not an it, a her. I would have liked to see her in the Revenge of the Sith movie. It's Asajj Ventress. Asajj Ventress, we've seen her in the Clone Wars TV series, in both old series and new one. And it's an interesting character, super strong, trained by Dooku with double lightsaber, curved lightsaber. So, oof. What do you think about Asajj Ventress in your opinion?
She's a boldie and she's a baddie. She's kind of like we could say she's a white Wakandan. What are those girls called that Wakandian guard?
Chitari, something like that.
No, Chitari are Thanos. But we're digressing. I mean,
Anyways,
the universe we're talking about. So yeah, a badass, a boldly badass, trained by Dooku. And then once we get more into her story as well, we see that there's a romantic interest over there. Romantic interest that we think.
Okay, but that's not canon. But that's not canon, is it?
I don't know. Being honest, I don't know. You guys and gals, you might correct us if you will.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Being honest with you, if that story is canon or not. But well, yeah. Anywho, that's a great character. We love Asajj Ventress. Great character. I wish she had more like presence on the prequel, because good. She was good. I mean, to see Dooku training her, that would have been just awesome.
And now, continuing with the story, from the very beginning, you see lots and lots of action. It's a movie that.
Can we drink?
Yes, we can. I mean, I'm drinking.
I'm just kidding you. Can we say shit? Okay. Can we say shit?
Yes, we can. I hope so. As long as we don't get banned. Anyways, what I was saying? Oh yeah. From the very beginning, we get into the war. Let's remember that episode 2 finishes with the Clone Wars starting. So episode 3, we see Obi-Wan and Anakin in their ships, getting into Grievous's ship, and then having an encounter with an old rival. And we're talking with Lord Tyrannus, which at this point we know that it's Count Dooku. So again, what does Palpatine says? It's a love Sith. Hurry, call for help. Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords are our speciality.
Then we see Dooku entering scene. And then this guy, Anakin, he just goes...
Let's do the dialogues. Let's do the dialogues.
I don't have them on the top of my head, but we can try.
I kind of. So they first start with Anakin. Let's attack Dooku together. This time.
Do it together this time.
It's what I was gonna suggest this time. And then they get into the battle.
Before they get into the battle, Anakin says to Dooku, Count Dooku, my powers have doubled since the last time we saw each other. Good. Twice the pull. No, twice the pride, double the fall.
Exactly. Ooh. Those words. I mean, Dooku is a poet. Dooku is a poet. I mean,
he is one of the knights. I mean, and looking at his background as far as actor goes, it's great. I mean, he did Dracula. He did a lot of movies when they were still black and white.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know the repertoire of I forgot his name. Jesus, Christopher Lee. I forgot
Christopher Lee.
the repertoire, the whole repertoire or the CV of Christopher Lee, but he's one of those classic actors like Sir. I'm just forgetting everything today. I don't know what's wrong with me.
No more drinking for you.
Oh,
Moving on.
I just pulled up the other one.
Okay, well, just one more.
But since one is just the beginning, two is just one, and then
Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Lord Tyrannus get into this fight one more time. Dooku, we see how strong he is with the Force, because he does one of these rare things that we ever see in a combat, where he is Force choking one in the air and then kicking another one so hard that basically goes flying over the room. I mean, Dooku was really, really, really strong. Okay, Obi-Wan being as the character that we know as it is, with a good defense, with a good lightsaber style. I mean, in this case, Dooku treats him like a rag doll. Literally like a rag doll, because he all of a sudden goes like flying across the what's it called, the ship. And even Palpatine, he's like, yeah. Yeah, get it.
but he's not
so excited.
in full character just yet. He's just like like frog type of sounds, like
yeah. And well, here as Obi-Wan gets what's the word, unutilized, I mean, gets knocked out, like a technical KO.
He gets owned.
He gets Dooku. Owned. So once more, Anakin and Dooku alone in battle. Oof, what a different battle that they had. Like, compared to the battle they had in episode 2, we see a more developed Anakin. Truly developed. Amazing.
And then while they're fighting, Dooku says something of the like of, you have strength, you have anger, but you choose not to use it. Something like that, right? Something along the lines of, you're strong with the dark side, but you choose not to use it. You should use it. You would be great. You'll be great. You'll be great. Good hombre. You'll be great. No? So it's good. And then
But then
we see the evolution from Anakin. Great evolution, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I believe that we see one of the most darkest scenes throughout Star Wars. I mean, we've seen some, but Anakin decapitating Dooku. I mean, like.
Now the dialogue that goes with this scene is so good, because you see how Anakin just tasted the dark side on episode 2 when he killed all of those sand people.
Yep.
And it is easy to come back to the dark side and utilize it, and this is how we see it, right? Because
exactly,
he has both lightsabers, his and Dooku's. And he's like hesitating, because he wanted to decapitate him, and
then we see the most iconic phrase from Palpatine. We hear the "do it."
Yeah. We see him that Palpatine says, "Kill him.
Kill him now."
And then Anakin goes like, "It's not the Jedi way. I shouldn't." Something like that. Do it now. Bye-bye, Darth Tyrannus.
Anakin does it almost like automatically without hesitating or even feeling guilt. He kind of feels guilty, but because he mentions that it was wrong, it was not the Jedi way, he was unarmed, and Palpatine is like, after getting released by Anakin, he's like, well, it's only natural. He cut off your arm. You wanted revenge. Don't make a big deal out of this. Like, he deserved it. And
he's like, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Everybody can understand. But the Jedi code. But the Jedi. What about the masters? What are they gonna say? It's okay. It's cool. It's cool. Don't sweat it. We're good. You're fine.
Oh my god. And well, I mean, the movie goes on. There are some other details, but the next important scene is whenever they get captured. They get captured in escaping, and they go to Grievous. And now Grievous again, we see him coughing. We see him getting this Anakin and Obi-Wan's lightsabers, and he says like, I'll add them to my collection. And we see that he has other 4 lightsabers. Again, you will know
they will make a fine addition to my collection. Something like
that. And then again, as an extra comment, if you want to know which Jedis did Grievous kill to get them, we recommend you to watch the Clone Wars, the old series. And then moving on, they, R2 makes like a maneuver to distract everybody.
But he goes classic, and then it goes again with episode 5.
He goes cray
with episode 5. Yeah. He goes with the classic.
Exploding, throwing gas, like the little taser. Obi-Wan and Anakin get their lightsabers back, and then, they start defeating all the droids. We see these cool droids that are Grievous's bodyguards, that they have like this electric staff, and they are able to sustain a battle with a Jedi lightsaber. So pretty cool. These droids I do like.
Actually, I believe these droids were supposed to do the main task of killing Jedi. It was just a matter of Obi-Wan and Anakin being so able with their ability, with the Force, with the use of a lightsaber, that they were able to easily defeat them, because we see that they defeat them very, very easily. These robots robots, droids.
Yeah, I mean,
droids or whatever you mean. These guys were engineered by none other than Grievous, because as we know, Grievous being a cyborg, he didn't sleep. So what did he do on his free time? Practice the duel with the lightsaber and engineer his robots or his guard, because he was the general or the commander of the droid army. So interesting fact out there to just take a ponder on, right?
Yes, going through the entire, or the main theme, we can say it's politics. The Clone Wars is going due to politics. So Grievous is the last main character to all this plan, and if Grievous is down, the war will end, and well, that's why Grievous was the main target from the Jedi. Unfortunately, Grievous gets to escape, and they are all on their own, because there is a combat between a clone starship and the the Federation ship. They get into crossfire, and so Grievous escapes, and Anakin with the Emperor and Obi-Wan they had to do what they could because guess what? All the escape pods were already gone. Uh, okay, it's a Star Wars movie. The good guys win. They have a forced landing, but
Yeah.
they're able to survive.
And then we
And
see
well.
this in when they actually land, we see. I don't know why, but this phrase, it got me from the first time I saw it. This another happy landing. It's just.
Yeah.
You never see Obi-Wan cool whenever it comes down to driving ships or whatever, whatnot, piloting ships. And then he's just like, another happy landing. And you're like, what? Really, Obi-Wan? You really want to go there? What?
It's like that guy that it's trying to deal like a traumatizing event with comedy. so yeah, I also like that phrase, another happy landing. It's like I love this movie.
I mean, and what's more funny about that line is that it's so unlike Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, he wouldn't do those type of comments like all of a sudden, and he just came up with that, and you're like, okay, it's funny, but why do I get the feeling like you were gonna? I mean, his thing was just telling Anakin he was wrong all the time, and it's just like, okay, it was all cool, another happy landing, all good, all cool. You're like, okay, whatever.
Well, probably that could be explained to this conversation that they have afterwards. Whenever they get to Coruscant with all the other politicians, Obi-Wan tells Anakin, like, go with the politicians, like it's your turn to be like the star. After all, you saved us, both the senator and me.
And that business in
and Anakin says exactly. So how many times did Anakin save Obi-Wan? 10? He says this is the 10th time, and Obi-Wan says no, 9th time. That thing in Cato Nemoria didn't count. So maybe that's why Obi-Wan has this attitude. I mean, he's been through a lot with Anakin. He's more like cooled down. His mentality maybe has changed. But well, okay. So anyways, as Anakin goes with all the politicians, we see that there is a person in the shadows. Okay, so Anakin is like,
I don't like about this episode. I have to say it. It's the best episode for me, but I hate this thing. I mean, it's just so telenovela. And I'm like,
it's less. No, it's less corny than the episode 2.
Oh, of course. Episode 2 was the building up until, or the build up to episode 3 and what happens right in this scene, right? But yeah, again, it's like, I mean, I know it's a character development thing. I know, but personally, I disagree. Like it. I do not like it. I just have to say, I do not like that scene.
Okay. Well, okay.
So, wow.
We're not going to get into an argument.
Is getting up to speed, drinking wise.
No. All I'm saying is this scene is not that corny or romantic. It's like
I never said it was corny. I said it was soap opera like telenovela like. And there's another scene, telenovela like, along further on the story. But yeah, this is very telenovela like. So
well, nah, I don't think so. Because okay, what happens in this polemical scene is Anakin sees Padme, but as you know, he's a Jedi, she's a senator. they cannot be together in a relationship. So they are hiding. Padme says like, I was worried about you. I heard comments, rumors that you were dead, and so I was worried. Anakin goes like, no, you know what? Don't worry, I'm here. And then Padme reveals a very important, it was a bomb, big news. She says, Annie, I'm pregnant. And Anakin goes like, wait, what? What?
Are you not happy? Aren't you happy? There's a telenovela. Right there. There's a telenovela. Are you not happy? No. And then it comes down to, what will you do if you got that surprise? And you don't know what to say, because it was just that expression of no, yes, I'm the happiest man, but I'm worried inside. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it's shocking. It could be a shocking news, or based on the recent events, it's something that you wouldn't expect to hear after coming back from a space battle. So that's why Anakin goes like, wait, what? But of course he's happy. Of course, he loves Padme.
Yeah,
he loves Padme. So.
Of course, but then again, this is a surprise moment for him, and then just Padme goes with the with the classic, hey, why are you telling me something? Why are you giving me your emotions, right? Because I'm guessing, or at least that's what I get from the scene I see, that she wanted some emotion from Anakin, and he's like just confused with the shock of everything. And it's like, okay, then what are we gonna do?
But
we had this.
But then again, you can understand it.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. You can understand that because
still a telenovela move.
No, it's not a telenovela.
You're not gonna get me far from my point. It's still a telenovela move.
Okay, you guys listening to us, watching us on YouTube, please comment here like, is it telenovela or not? Who's right? Are you Team Days or Team Mogar? I don't think it's telenovela at all. Here are my points. Because, one, it's a forbidden relationship. It's a forbidden, just that.
That's telenovela. The girl gets married with the bodyguard, and it's forbidden due to social.
But in a telenovela,
okay,
it would be like happily ever after.
What's another point of yours? Please do share it.
If it would get discovered that they were Anakin's sons, what would happen? She was worried for him as well. Like, what would happen to his career?
Por las calles.
Man. Okay, moving on. After this scene, what happens? What happens, Jerry?
Hold on. I'm just. I still can't get enough. Go ahead.
Still can't get enough. Moving forward, after the scene of Anakin getting reunited with Padme, Anakin mentions that he has had this type of visions where Padme is dying, giving birth to their child, and this has Anakin like with a lot of, it's keeping him awake at night. Anakin is conflicted, all the trauma that he had with his mother, that he lived with his mother, and back in episode 2, those feelings, those emotions come up again. So we see Anakin with a lot of fear, conflicted, seeking advice, guide. He goes with Master Yoda, and he just tells him like, I have these visions, and Yoda asks something really important, which my I have some comment here, but what Yoda asks Anakin is, these visions from death, are they from someone close to you? And Anakin goes, yeah, it's someone close to me. I'm pretty sure that Yoda knew. Yoda had his suspicions at least, because Yoda goes like, okay, I knew, or I just have like really, really, really strong um, feeling who you might be talking to, but talking about, but you have to train yourself to meditate and let it go.
Rejoice for the ones around you. Mourn them, do not. Then something else. What was the other thing? Miss them, do not. Mourn them, do not. They come
Yeah,
as
rejoice because they become one with the force. Something like that. Somewhere between the lines, like right there. And I don't know. I mean, maybe it wasn't a bad advice, but I don't know. Anakin lives with like, you can see the conflict. It's not like what he was hoping to hear. Like, and you can see Anakin's disappointment. Like, okay, this I feel ignored maybe to a certain extent.
It's just the thing that the Jedi were supposed to be so powerful, so knowledgeable, and they don't give them more than just don't pay attention to it, live your life. If they die, they die. That's it. You cannot do anything about it because it's a dogma. So you wouldn't do anything about it. And even though if you're capable of doing it, don't. So it's frustrating for him, and you can see that in his eyes, in his expression, right? And then we pass on to this scene with the Jedi Council, with the High Council, and they go out and praise Anakin for his efforts, for his great job. He did a great job. He was a good hombre, all that, and they say, on the Jedi Council you are, but grant you the rank of master we don't. And then he goes,
We have not.
Yeah, it says something like, hey, it's outrageous.
Like, this is outrageous.
How can
What?
I be in the Jedi Council and not be a master? And then
Sit down, young Skywalker.
that was Mace's interpretation by Freddie Dance. There you have it.
Now, something important that we're missing. So Anakin, after speaking with Master Yoda, feeling like, I would say, sad or unsatisfied. That's like the word, unsatisfied. Like okay, oh well, whatever. He goes with Palpatine, and then Palpatine is So Anakin, after all these emotions, he he accepts the mission, and then here it's one of the. Uh, it's because we're saying one of the most iconic or most important scenes. Episode 3, it's important in every single scene. The next scene that we see
to our point of view, yes.
to our point of view. Again, to our point of view. But the next scene,
Remember,
Palpatine
as
is like
episode 4 or no, episode 4 or 5? Was it 5? 5? No, 5, 6. From a certain point of view.
What about it?
From this certain point of view. So
from a certain point of view. That's episode 5. Yeah. Oh yeah. So Palpatine, it's like some type of opera, and then he tells his help, we can say his council people, tell him like, leave us. And he starts manipulating once more Anakin by telling him a story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. And he tells this story about a Sith that, or a Force user who was able to manipulate midichlorians to create life.
Have you ever heard the theory of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I just go crazy.
Man.
I just geek out with that one. I'm just yes.
Palpatine knew what Anakin was going through. He could read his emotions, his feelings. I mean, he could read Anakin perfectly. So he starts telling this story out of nowhere, like randomly, like, oh, you know what? I just heard about this. Like this person who can create life and whatever. And Anakin grows interested. He's like, really? Can someone do that? And Palpatine finishes this scene with, yes, but you cannot learn this from a Jedi.
Yeah. He goes like, hey, is it something like learnable? Blah 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 blah. And he goes like, not from a Jedi.
So Palpatine is manipulating. He's playing with Anakin. So you can see the balance, like how everything is going. Like, okay, how the council is treating me, and I'm supposed to spy on you. You who are trying to help me. You who listen to me. You that support me. Wow. This is crucial, this scene. But what happens then, Jerry?
I'm just so in love with this scene.
The next scene that we see is a soap opera scene.
Now.
Just to go into the context, like after all this that has happened around Anakin's environment, he is at home with the love of his life, pregnant, that I don't know how much time has passed, but Padme is with a belly like from
like a melon, months. Like a watermelon, like a melon.
Yeah, you're like
type of belly.
Girl, at the beginning of the scene, you didn't have a belly, and now you have like a 7-month belly. Like, come on.
Imagination.
and this is kind of an irrelevant scene, but to me, to my point of view, it shows you like the wrap up of all of the first, let's say, part of this movie, because it's not even the half of the movie. But this scene, you can see Anakin really, really in love. Like Padme is just brushing her hair, and Anakin is like, "Man, you know what? I really love you. Like, I truly love you."
And she's like, so you find me beautiful? Yeah, you're so beautiful. So, I love you.
No, I love you more. Because you're so beautiful. So, love has blinded you? Soap opera again. Telenovela again.
Yeah.
All over and all over again.
But again, it wraps up everything.
Yes,
Like,
it does. Yes, it does. But what I'm saying is, telenovela
It shows you.
action there.
It shows you 3 aspects of Anakin's life: the Council, the Jedi life, the relationship that he has with Palpatine at the Senate, and his wife. Moving forward, then we see this meeting in the Council, which now they have disclosed Grievous's location, and they decide to send Obi-Wan to Utapau. I don't remember if someone else was going to offer to go to Utapau.
No. They all offered, they all voted for.
I remember this in Anakin is the one who goes to the council and says, like, Chancellor Palpatine tells me that I should go to Utapau and fight Grievous.
Yes,
and Kia de Mundi Kia de Mundi is the one who says, like, I don't think you should go. Maybe Obi-Wan.
Your favorite.
Yeah, my favorite. I just hate that guy. I just hate him.
And then
I just hate him.
That's when they nominate Obi-Wan to go, and then he ends up, your favorite, Kia de Mundi, saying, I concur. I concur. Hold on, let me do the I concur. Well, he concurred, and then Obi-Wan goes. Obi-Wan gets to Utapau, and that's when we see him getting with the natives, and just like asking, hey, what's up here? Do you have the war? No, we have not heard of the war, unless you've brought it. Let me do the lines here. Unless you have brought the war here. And, well, then that's when they secretly tell Obi-Wan that he is hiding there. Effectively, he's hiding there. And then, yes, we see him just like building up a scene there where his ship takes off with R4. He tells something to R4, his droid, his astromechanical droid. It leaves, and he gets this new pet, this iguana-like type of pet, which sounds quite... Sorry, we're gonna do the sound effects, but we try for you guys because we want it.
It's like if a car hit a dog, that's the sound that it would do.
Yeah, something like that. So anywho, he goes out there on the ceiling. He finds General Grievous having like a staff meeting with the Trade Federation, and then we see this beautiful scene. He just goes down and he says, what does he say?
Hello there.
The famous phrase.
Hello there. the famous
General
phrase.
Kenobi.
Hello there.
We've been expecting you.
And we see.
This.
Oh my God.
What is this, Freddy Days? Tell us. What is this?
Oof. This is the moment before everything explodes and connects to everything. Well, first of all, Obi-Wan engages in battle with Grievous. He was surrounded by droids, but Grievous goes like, no, you know what? He's mine. And then we see Grievous in an all badass move.
Hold on. You forget something. After he kills all of his droids thingies, he's like, yo, move.
Oh yeah. He defeats his basically He defeats
another famous
General
phrase,
Grievous.
you know, the yo move, and he's like, you Jedi slime, I will have to do this myself. And then that's when he comes up with the forearms, the lightsabers. I have been trained in your Jedi arts by
You fool!
Dooku.
I have been trained by Count Dooku. And then he goes with his forearms. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, the first time I saw that scene back in 2005. Wow, back in 2005, Grievous spinning the lightsabers with his mechanical arms. I was like, uh-oh, Obi-Wan is in trouble. I truly, legitimately thought that Obi-Wan was gonna die. We're gonna see Obi-Wan. But then Obi-Wan engages in combat. The first, 5 seconds? He destroys the first mechanical arm.
Well,
and we just
the
see one
first
lightsaber.
mechanical hand, not the mechanical arm, just hand, just one hand.
Oh yeah, you're right. The hand. Well, the mechanical hand.
Anywho,
and then
you understood
another
that,
few
yeah.
blocks. Yeah, I understand. So after another hits, Obi-Wan was just defending himself, and then there it goes, another arm. Now Grievous is worried. He's like, what's going on? I'm losing. And then, out of nowhere, or in a very big, I would say, a good luck hit or move, the droid army gets to Utapau, and then it engages in battle. Grievous takes this to his advantage and escapes. Obi-Wan gets his pet iguana, and off they go on this chasing. They get to this like platform. I believe that Obi-Wan.
Yes, but not yet. We see a change of scene there.
Not yet. Okay.
We see a change of scene there where Anakin is in the apartment, or the office of Papa Palpatine, and that's pretty much when Palpatine reveals that he is the Sith Lord.
Yeah.
To Anakin, he
Oof.
is Darth.
Oh.
He reveals him that without revealing him that. He just goes out and says, they have some conversation, and he's like, hey, you know what, Anakin? You cannot understand the Force if you do not understand both sides of the wall, or both sides of things. You cannot understand the whole
Use my
concept
knowledge,
of the
I
Force.
beg you.
If you don't know the United States and Mexico, right? So you need to understand both sides of things to be really knowledgeable and to be able to use the Force at your will. And that's when Anakin just knows it, and he goes like, "You want to kill me, don't you? You can feel your anger. It gives you focus. It makes you stronger."
Yeah.
It's not the Jedi way, blah, 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 blah. He goes and reports to the Jedi Council. He reports to Mace Windu. And Mace Windu is like, hey, you know what? If this is true, you will earn my trust. But till then, you stay here. We're going to get that son of a gun. And if it's true, you'll become a master. That's it.
Woof.
And Anakin is like, oh. And then we see this jump in scenes between Obi-Wan's battle and the battle.
And the battle between
to pursue Papa Palpatine, or as it now has been revealed, Darth Sidious.
But also you have this scene that to me till this day is kind of stressful, because I don't know if it's the music, which is kind of like I don't know, but Anakin is worried, thinking in the council. Padme, like watching at the council. The story, the battle between Obi-Wan and Grievous, and it's this movie again. The music, it's I don't know, it just gets you in the mood, and then we finally see the scene where we see Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, and other two Jedi's from the Council that I honestly don't know their names.
Yeah, yeah. They go out to Palpatine's office, and they
Yeah.
open up with this phrase, which was,
Chancellor Palpatine, in the name of the in the name of the
Galactic
Jedi
Senate
Council,
of the Republic, you are under
you are
arrest."
under arrest. It's treason then.
Nah, he goes like,
I am the Senate.
no. Before that, they barge into some conversation, and then it's like, hey, I have the control of the Senate, la 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 la, or it's something about the Senate, and then he's like, but you're not the majority. You're not. I am the Senate. And then he goes like, well, blah, 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 blah. We still need to arrest you. It's treason, then.
Yeah.
And he
It's
pulls
treason.
out his lightsaber. And he goes like, beam, 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 beam. Oh, that meme was so great. So great. But
He
anyway.
throws. Yeah, it was. He throws a strange scream, like oh, like a roar. He jumps, flipping through the air, like with his lightsaber on. And as soon as he gets close to the Jedi masters, he kills the two of them like that, like boom.
Yeah,
boom,
like nothing.
You're
And,
dead.
and you see his face full of malice, like he's enjoying every step of the way. He's like, he's just like crazy. he went crazy.
He went cray cray, cray cray.
Cray cray. Mm-hmm. You know
He
it.
went cray cray.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And then
I mean, man, he then after the first two Jedi dead, Kit Fisto and Mace Windu are able to block their hits, but Kit Fisto just lasted another 3 seconds. Kit Fisto died. And then it's just Mace and Palpatine. Mace and Palpatine, toe to toe.
oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then
Then-
we see Palpatine, and yeah, as you mentioned it, Palpatine, Mace Windu, but we see the strength in the Force of Mace Windu. I mean, he is vivid angry. He is angry AF, angry as fuck. If we can say that, can we say that? Yes.
Yeah, we can say.
We can say it. Well, he's angry as fuck, but he's trying to temper himself, right? He's trying to control himself. And then we jump back to Obi-Wan and General Grievous. Obi-Wan is playing with Grievous. Grievous throws him out because there's a funny scene right there. Obi-Wan is like, I'm opening up your shirt. And Grievous is like, oh, you bastard!
Yeah,
You bastard! And he throws him off.
and he throws him away.
Then what happens, Freddy Day?
Now, here I want to just clear something because when I first saw this movie, I didn't understand it until, again, I watched the entire Clone Wars TV series, the old Cartoon Networks one. When Obi-Wan opens Grievous's chest, there we see that Grievous had 3 hearts. At this point, when Obi-Wan opens, we just see Grievous has 1 heart. One my first point. This explains the cough of Grievous, because he doesn't have two hearts already that will support his cybernetic lungs.
Condition,
let's say.
if you will. Yeah.
His cybernetic condition. Now, how he lost those hearts? At the end, and this is a spoiler alert, at the end of the season of the Clone Wars, Grievous is actually kidnapping a Palpatine, and Mace Windu, he couldn't get close enough to Grievous, so using the Force, Mace crushes the chest of Grievous, and that causes Grievous, the two hearts of Grievous to explode. Mace Windu was like, "You're escaping, but I'll try to stop you," and he does this, which is a power that technically you shouldn't use because that's a Sith.
He applied
power.
the Thalia to Grievous. So he so for all of you who do not know who Thalia is a very famous Mexican actress and singer. It is said, it is rumored, I haven't proved it yet, but it is said that she doesn't have a rib in order to define her hips or something like that. So he did the Thalia to
to Grievous.
General Grievous.
Yeah. He just crushes Grievous midsection, and that caused Grievous to lose two hearts. So when Grievous sees that he's exposed, he throws Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan almost goes over the cliff. He's just hanging in there, in a very similar way as in episode 1. And using the Force, he gets a blaster and starts shooting to Grievous, to his heart, and he gives Grievous like 8 shots. I actually count them. It's anywhere between 6 to 8 shots. And that caused Grievous to just go on fire and explode.
He went on fire, but not in the good way.
Obi-Wan throws... He went on fire.
He was on fire.
He was on fire.
A little bit too much.
And Obi-Wan throws one of the also another iconic phrase. He looks at his blaster, at the blaster because it wasn't his, and he throws it away and he says, "What an uncivilized weapon!" Like blasters.
No,
what an uncivilized.
So uncivilized.
It's so uncivilized. Yeah. There you go. This, I believe, it's in a reference or in a rhyme with episode 4, when he starts talking to Luke about his father's lightsaber, and he says, "This is the Jedi weapon this is a weapon for more civilized times," something like that, but it gives you a reference to that. Well, moving forward, after Obi-Wan defeats Grievous, he reports this to the council, but then we go back to this scene, to this duel between Mace Windu and Palpatine. So they're still fighting. They're just going toe to toe, moving towards through the office. I'm sorry. And then they show us a scene where Anakin, I don't know, he's just like tired of waiting. He can't handle it no more. So as we were saying, guys, after this scene where Obi-Wan defeats Grievous, we cutscene and we see Mace Windu in a very still fighting against Palpatine, which we now know it's the Sith Lord that they've been looking. But Anakin but Anakin, it's in the council. He's like desperate. He's had enough. He's anxious, and we see that he goes into his like little vehicle, into his car. I don't know how to call those things, and he goes to the council, and then the last scene before Anakin arrives, we see that Palpatine and Windu are fighting in the window, and then as we know, Mace Windu.
Palpatine and Windu are fighting at the window. There you go.
At the window. Window. As they are fighting, Mace Windu is able to kick Palpatine. He's unarmed, and Anakin gets to the office at the exact moment. Like, Mace Windu is about to end this war, and they have a discussion. Palpatine is playing like this old guy that he's innocent. He doesn't know what's going on.
I'm too weak. Please help me.
Anakin. No. But he goes, please. He goes, please. Oi. He goes first, like, Anakin, I told you the Jedi are taking over. and Windu is like, don't listen to him, Anakin. He's a Sith Lord. And then I don't remember what exactly
He's a
Mace
traitor.
Windu tells to Palpatine.
He's a traitor.
He's like, no.
No.
And then he throws.
It goes like, he is a traitor. He is a traitor. Ah! I have the power to save the one you love. Don't listen to him, Anakin. Blah, 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 blah. And then he...
Oof. At this point, it's 50-50. Anakin is between... we have an expression here in Mexico, entre la espada y la pared. Anakin was against the wall. It was like, this is a crucial decision. What should he do? Should he save his father figure, the person that has put all the trust in him, like, or should he go with the Jedi? At this point, the Palpatine is playing the weak personality. By the way, as he's throwing the Force lightning to Mace Windu is blocking the lightning with his lightsaber and like deflecting it back to Palpatine. So Palpatine gets deformed into his true being. Mm-hmm. That's his true image of the Sith. His cover as Palpatine has now been blown.
Yeah.
And Palpatine is like, I'm too weak.
Yeah, because before that, no. Yeah, you're right. I'm too weak. Help me.
I'm too weak. And Anakin goes like, no, he has to stand trial. You have to arrest him. Don't kill him. I need him. And Windu is about to take a hit. He raises his lightsaber, and Anakin goes like, no, and turns on his lightsaber and cuts Mace's hand.
Windu's hand.
Bye-bye.
Through the window. Through the window.
Through the window. And then Palpatine sees this, and he goes like, yes, power! And he starts throwing this Force lightning.
Power! Something like that. Oh, it was so...
Look, I got the goosebumps right now. I got the goosebumps because then Windu gets thrown through the window to the city of Coruscant, and Anakin gets on his knees and he says, "What have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done?" Like almost crying, but at this point, I think he just embraced it, and he was like, "I'll do whatever you want, my master." Good. this moment, you will become Lord Vader. Oof. It is said, and you can, you can notice this little detail in the movie. It is said that the Force is the one who tells you, well, in this case, the dark side of the Force is the one who tells you your Sith name. So when Palpatine does this brief pause, you can hear like an echo, like something talks, and then he says Vader. But this voice in the Force is like Vader, so some like whispers.
Yeah, and it's a deeper voice.
Wow.
You know? And that range that Sir McDermott has is just awesome, because he can go with this voice or something similar to this voice, or you know, it's a range of voice that you say, oh my goodness, oh my, you're just amazing.
But Jerry, I mean, this is the moment where you'll have to do the honors, because when Palpatine, or better said, now Sidious, at this point he's going to be called Sidious, tells Anakin, rise Lord Vader, because we have to act quickly. The Jedi are relentless. Once they know what we've done here, they will come after us. So in this, Palpatine, Sidious gives the order to Anakin to go to Mustafar, where the rest of the Separatists are hiding, and end the war. He tells them, go to Mustafar and end the war. Yes.
Before that,
Yep.
Before that, he goes to the Jedi Council to end whatever remained of the Jedi. That's his first order. And that's when we see the...
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, dum, da-da-da-dum, dun, dun.
We see one of the most iconic scenes. Everyone would recognize the scene. Anakin walking with his 501st Legion to the Jedi Temple. Oh my. And then, Jerry, do me the honors, please.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Well, I wasn't talking about that one.
I went ahead of myself.
No. No, yeah. But after Anakin attacks the temple, we go back to Utapau, and Obi-Wan goes with his with his general, Cody, with his clone trooper Cody.
Yes.
He gives him his lightsaber, and he's like, Grievous is down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grievous is down. We have to just get rid of all these droids, and we have to act now. Obi-Wan leaves, and then this is the honors, Jerry. This is the honors I'm talking about. What happens after Obi-Wan leaves? We see Cody receiving a transmission.
Execute Order 66. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I
want to go to McDonald's and order an Order 66 right now. I want it right now.
We hear Cody saying, it will be done, my lord. And then the clone turns to his other clones and says, fire him. And Obi-Wan all of a sudden gets hit, and we hear this iguana pet falling, but oh my, like, look, I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. The entire movie, the entire ambient goes dark. The music, the soundtrack, it's beautiful. It's sad. It's dark. We start seeing scenes from Jedis around the galaxy, and all the clones receiving the transmissions. After Obi-Wan gets hit, the next one getting hit, I believe it's Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Oh, you loved that scene, didn't you?
It's
You
Ayla
loved that
Secura.
scene. You loved it.
That one, yes. We see Ki-Adi-Mundi getting shot by his clones. The next one, Ayla Secura. Ayla Secura was the Twi'lek, I'm gonna say it, the sexiest Jedi in the Council.
I would even
getting
go
shot.
as far as saying the sexiest Twi'lek. I would even go as far as to say that.
I mean, the Twi'leks, just because by the race, all the women are sexy. That's just in their race.
Females,
But,
the females. You don't know.
but the females, yes.
You don't know if they identify themselves
The females.
as women.
You're right. You're right. You're right. The females are just pretty. They're pretty. They're sexy. So I was just saying that the sexiest Jedi in the Council. But in my opinion, she is the one who gets the worst death. I'm sorry, because the clones they keep shooting her after she's dead. Once the other Jedis were shot, like, that's it. But Ayla Secura was the one who was getting shot, and this Yoda felt this. Yoda is in Kashyyyk, he throws his cane, and he's like,
He does
almost
a
getting
classic
like a heart
hangover
attack.
move. He does a classic hangover move, like. Something like that. He feels it, and then he notices through the forest that there were some clone troopers approaching to him. And all of a sudden, what happens, Freddy Days? What happens there? He does like a leap of faith, like a big
Yoda.
jump. And yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Do the honors.
He does a backflip. He turns his lightsaber and chops the head of these two clone troopers. Yoda wasn't only with clones. He was also with Chewbacca and with the chief of the Wookiees. I believe his name is Tarful. Something like
Tarful, something like that. Yeah.
Tarful, something like that, and they are the ones who help Yoda escape. And Obi-Wan, then after that scene, we go back to Utapau with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan survives the fall because he lands like in a pool of water. And he just dives, he escapes. He goes to Grievous's ship and escape. Here, as Obi-Wan is escaping, he's throwing a transmission to the space, and he receives a transmission from Bail Organa. For this, Bail had seen like the fire in the Jedi temple. He goes there and he says like, "What's going on?" And he's greeted by clones, and he says like, "It's been an insurgency. You can't go in." He tries to, but the clones point at him and says like, "I'm sorry, sir. You have to leave now." Bail is like, "Very well, I'm leaving." And then a Jedi, a rogue Jedi, let's say, a survivor so far, starts
a youngling.
He
was still a youngling, right? He starts defending or just attacking the clones and trying to defend Bail Organa. And then when Organa sees that the kiddo was Ditto, ends up ditching, and he goes. He's like, "Okay, they're serious. Okay, I gotta leave. Okay, I gotta leave right now. Okay, bye-bye, everyone."
I got to go. So he escapes. Bail Organa, he doesn't believe what he's seen, so he escapes. Then we see the transmission with Obi-Wan. he gives Obi-Wan his coordinates, and then they are at Bail Organa's ship. At this point, we see Obi-Wan, Yoda, and
was
Bail Organa.
Tantive 4. This was Tantive 4 ship. This one is the one we see on episode numero 4. That is a ship of Bail Organa. So there you go. A little. Too little information.
Well, so they're talking. They don't know what's going on. They say like all the clones have gone against the Jedi. They don't know what's going on, but they decide to go to the Jedi Temple because there was a transmission saying that the war was over, and they were calling the Jedi across the galaxy back to the Jedi Temple. So Obi-Wan and Yoda said, this is a setup. We have to go and change that transmission because the Jedi who are not aware of this, they're going to fall into a trap. And then we see this the scene where Obi-Wan and Yoda are fighting in the Jedi Temple, killing all the clones that are there. They get to the room, to the inside the council, and we see Obi-Wan just changing, doing something in the
recodifying everything. That way, the Empire doesn't know in a while where the Jedis are gonna be, just codifying a message for the remainder of the Jedi there, and we jump to another scene. Where they're just looking at recordings, or Yoda is looking at recordings and look at the recordings.
No, it's Obi-Wan, because after Obi-Wan changes the message, he says the clones are going to have a hard time figuring out the message. So let's go. But Obi-Wan says, Master, I need to know. I need to know who killed the younglings. I need to know. And Yoda says, once you go there, there is no turning back. And Obi-Wan turns the recordings, and he sees Anakin killing the younglings, grabbing a Jedi Master, and with other hand killing. I mean, it's a rough scene. Slaying
brutality.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus or Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just, oh my goodness. No, he didn't.
Obi-Wan, I can't believe it. I can't watch no more. Yoda's reaction is like if he already knew, like he was almost expecting this with Anakin, like this was going to be Anakin's destiny. He wasn't shocked. He was just like, I'm afraid that your Padawan is no longer Anakin. He's been seduced by this Vader entity, and you have to end it. Obi-Wan is like, Master, send me through. Send me against the Emperor. I cannot fight Anakin. And Yoda is like, nope, you're not strong enough to fight Palpatine. That's my job. Oh my God.
And then we are about to see another telenovela moment, which for me, this moment was funny. So he goes to Padme's apartment, and he confronts her. He tells her that Anakin has been seduced, all of this jazz, and he immediately knows that the baby that Padme was carrying was Anakin's baby. So he proceeds to tell the story, and just Padme's like, no, that's impossible. And this is something of what I dislike of this episode, because Padme was such a strong character, such a strong senator, and from this point, they put her on a side of just being weak, like weak-minded, weak-willed, and well, I don't know. That's just my opinion. If you share my opinion or not, just leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he goes and explains all of that, and he goes like, I saw the recordings of Anakin killing younglings. And he does this thing of sorry, incoming call. I cannot take calls right now. Killing younglings. And he looks to the horizon.
And Padme goes like, no, that's not my Annie.
Yeah.
And basically, Padme tells Obi-Wan like, you know what, leave. I don't believe you. She is shocked. And, well, I think I found a moment that it gets to me, that it pisses me off a little bit to a certain extent. Because Obi-Wan, before leaving Padme, Padme is like grabbing her belly. And she's thinking, and Obi-Wan, before leaving, he's like, those, like, your baby, it's Anakin's, right? And Padme just doesn't say anything, and Obi-Wan just says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And to me, it's like, Obi-Wan, you hypocrite. You could have been an important part in Anakin not turning to the dark side. We can go and work like a what if episode later on, but if he already knew, why didn't he talk to Anakin? Why couldn't he be so
Jesus?
Like,
I mean,
more
he
supportive?
knew, but it's kind of complicated.
I mean,
because, we've spoken about it. I mean, Obi-Wan was like
and then again,
soldier.
that's why I say
A great soldier, and that's why he was a hypocrite.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Obi-Wan. Exactly. But I mean, he was a great warrior. He was a great teacher. He's a charismatic character and whatnot. But I still feel Obi-Wan that he's like passive. I don't know. There is something in Obi-Wan's attitude that it's passive. It doesn't take like action. And so, well, I mean, this is a sad scene.
Yeah, I mean, he Obi-Wan was like the perfect, and I believe we've spoken about this on our Spanish episodes. He's like the perfect Godin, you know? He doesn't question the rules. He does whatever he's asked to do or asked to do. So, yeah, he's like the perfect soldier, the perfect worker. But, I mean, he's great at what he does. He's great. He's awesome at it. But that's it. I mean, he takes every order like very rigorously or very seriously. And that's, I believe, that's part of the strengths of Obi-Wan's character, and the same as it is a weakness for him. You know, because he trained Anakin well, but he didn't surpass goals or expectatives, if you will. So yeah, but that's what forms the character of Obi-Wan. So it is what it is, man. I mean,
yeah, exactly. So yeah, and Obi-Wan visited Padme with also with like a plan. I mean, he didn't just visit her just because he knew that she was going to reveal or help him reveal Anakin's location. I'm biting my nails now. I'm nervous.
You're always nervous.
So
you're always nervous.
I'm always nervous. So after the visit from Obi-Wan to Padme knew that Anakin was going to be at Mustafar, so she's leaving. She's going to her ship, and we see her commander telling her like, "My lady, I need to go with you. I don't recommend you to go alone." And she's like, "This is something that I need to do." She goes to her ship, but Obi-Wan was hiding. So after everyone is up, Obi-Wan goes and hides inside the ship.
Inside, yeah. He sneaks in, and then he continues to hide, like undercover type of agent thingy. He had a mission, and again, he followed orders.
Meanwhile, Anakin was in Mustafar again, slaying the separatists. All the separatists were like, "Welcome, Lord Vader. We've been expecting
Lord
you."
Sidious promised us peace. Peace. He just doesn't care. He's just like, hey, you know what? I don't care. I gotta grow stronger with the Force. That's what.
And then we see like the transformation of Anakin given already fully to the dark side, because he takes like a look back and his eyes are yellow, like the true color of the Sith. His eyes were like he was consumed by the dark side. Oh my god.
And at this point, let me change the color of my light here to red.
Oh my. Okay, after Anakin slays the entire separatist, he is just like watching at the horizon in the planet in Mustafar, and he sees an incoming transmission of an incoming ship, and he sees that it's Padme. So he goes running. He hugs her, and he's all happy, like, "What are you doing here?" And she starts telling Anakin like, "Obi-Wan visited me. He told me like horrible things, that you killed younglings." And Anakin's like, "Don't listen to Obi-Wan. I'm going to rule with the Emperor. We can overthrow him. We can rule together the galaxy." And Padme starts like, I can't believe it. Like, "Anakin, this isn't you."
And
like,
then
you're going
Obi-Wan.
You're going through a path that I cannot go.
Yes.
And then Obi-Wan is there standing.
You're with him!
Padme like, "You liar!"
Yes.
"You're liar!" Yeah. Oh. And he starts choking Padme.
Yeah. And then Obi-Wan just goes like,
Let her
"Let
go,
her go,
Anakin.
Anakin. Let her go."
You
While
turned
all
her
of this
against
was
me.
happening, before we continue, while all of this was happening, we see another scene taking progress. We see Yoda entering Chancellor or Palpatine's reign. But before that happened, there was a session in Congress. Very important session. Where we see Palpatine all like broken physically. He's with the scars of that fight with Windu, which was gone through the window. And just summing everything up, the treacheries of the Jedi have left me scarred and deformed, but I assure you, my relentless has never been stronger. Something like that.
My determination.
My
My determination has never been stronger.
Stronger.
The remaining Jedi will be hunted down and executed.
For which we will ring the new. No. To assure security and stability, we will now form the new Galactic Empire! And then that's when we cut to Padme, and she says, "So, this is how liberty dies. With a thunderous
With a
applause."
thunderous applause.
What a scene. What a scene. Yeah. But then again, we go back. Let's go to Palpatine and Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda enters the room, and like a boss, like you will remember this.
Yes, Queen.
Palpatine had like this guards dressed all in red. So when Yoda enters, the guards go like in battle mode, and Yoda just like with the Force, boom, does this like a pull. Crashes them against the wall, and boom, they die. They get knocked. I believe Palpatine says something like, "Master Yoda, you're still alive." Surprise, you seemed. And then he goes like, "That doesn't matter because my new student will be stronger than both of us."
That either of us.
That either of us. And Yoda replies, "Much faith in your new apprentice you have." And then I don't remember the exact words, but Palpatine says like you're going to know the true power of the dark side, and he throws lightning at Yoda. He wasn't expecting it, and he gets thrown against the wall.
Now
Yoda kind of knocked down.
Full might of the dark side.
Yoda is trying to get up, and he throws again like this little like force lightning. Yoda just gets it, and he says something like the dark side is never going to win. And then Palpatine tries to escape, and Yoda jumps in front of him. And he says like, "If you're so strong, why leave?" One of the most badass phrases from Yoda, and I do agree with him. Like, Palpatine tried to escape, like, and Yoda's like, "If you're so strong, like, come on, show me."
Yeah. And then, obviously, they're going to jump in the fight. And that's when we see that Palpatine pulls out his lightsaber, and Yoda pulls his. They start fighting, and we jump back to Mustafar. We're caught up. We're caught up right now. And then
there are some few
let
moments
her go,
where we jump
Anakin. Let her go. What do we see now?
You have turned her against me.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's what he says, no? Because
liar. Blah. And then you're with him. You have turned it against me. And then
Obi-Wan says, "You have done that yourself.
they
You
keep
will
dancing.
not take her from me."
Yeah, and they keep dancing. They dance.
Obi-Wan's
they dance.
yes. They're just like walking in circles. Obi-Wan is making sure that Padme is alive, like she's still breathing. And Obi-Wan says like, "Anakin, you've done that yourself. After Anakin says like, you
turned her against me. You have done that yourself. Anakin,
And then,
your lust for power and blah 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 blah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he says something like Anakin has drove her away, and then Anakin says, "I have ended the war and brought peace to my
yet, because
empire."
And we're debating again. But then again, he goes and says, "You have let this dark law twist your mind and become blah 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 blah." And then Anakin goes and says, "I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire." Your new empire?
Your new empire. He's
Anakin,
he says
my
something
allegiance
like,
to
your
the Republic, to
greed
the
has
democracy."
blinded you.
That was after.
Anakin, my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy.
If you're not with me,
And then Anakin goes like, if you're not with me,
then you're my enemy.
then you're my enemy. Getting ready with the last glimpse of like light.
And
He grabs his lightsaber and says, I will do what I must.
I will do what I must. You will try. And then there starts the other fight. Oh my goodness! Oh my freaking unholy
Oh my.
Jesus or Zeus goddamn Herculean. Jesus Christ. Oh man. What a scene.
Yeah.
What a scene. Oh. Oh. Oh.
The battle between
right now
Obi-Wan
because I'm
and Anakin.
Ho 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 ho. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ho ho ho. Ho ho. Let me tell you something. Ho. Oh Jesus. Ah. I'm sorry, you guys, if I offend anyone here, but it is just a passion. I cannot control it, but these scenes, because there are two scenes going at the same time, and both of them are just great.
Yes, so Anakin and Obi-Wan starts fighting at a super like fast speed. It's amazing. It's one of the most difficult, I would say, battle scenographies. I would say, or how would you say, like choreography? Choreography. I would say like pretty much complex, but super. What's the word that I'm looking for?
It was
It's
great.
super exciting.
It was great.
It was great.
It was
great.
It was great. It was great.
Then after the first seconds in the confrontation, we go back to Palpatine versus Yoda, and we see that they're back at the Senate. There's like a little. They start fighting into a platform. They get like into Sidious's pod, or I don't know. Then the pod starts levitating, going up, and then we see like a platform at the Senate getting open, and they start floating. In this case, the Senate was empty, but you see both Palpatine and Yoda getting to each other like pa 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 in a closed space, hit after hit after hit. Oh my God! This is a critical point. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yes. Yes.
Then they do like a close up.
Yeah.
And then Sidious jumps to other platforms. Yoda follows him, and then Sidious starts using the Force and throwing this like again pods or platforms.
Yeah, like capsules, and he throws everything, and Yoda just drifts him away, and then Sidious throws like forcing, and Yoda's like blah, he does like a kamehameha, like a reverse kamehameha, and then throws it away, and then they keep going like that for some time. That's pretty much the whole scene. I mean, we're just summing everything up, and in the end, Yoda loses, and he goes to
Yep.
exile because he felt his failure too badly, right? And we jump back to Obi-Wan and Anakin. Obi-Wan and Anakin's battle. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh
In
my
this-
goodness.
In this in this scene, they've moved, obviously fighting through the platform, the landing platform, all the way back to the inside of the, I don't know, like the main offices, the main hangar. During the battle, they hit like one of the main boards that would hold the security of this platform that was
Security!
above
Security!
lava.
Security! Security!
So once they hit this panel, the shields are deactivated, and basically the platforms, the entire complex starts sinking. So we start hearing the alarm beeping, the alarm telling everyone to evacuate. But Obi-Wan and Anakin, they just didn't care. They were just moving again and again, head after head after head. And as I said, this entire complex was coming down. There is a point where Obi-Wan and Anakin, they start fighting in this lava river.
Outside.
They-
They start fighting outside, and everything was just crumbling down. The security was away already. So the lava river in Mustafar, or however you want to call it, however you want to pronounce it, just brings the lava storm and tears down the structure. So they end up in this lava river, still fighting however they could, protecting themselves and still fighting. And yeah, they still fight. They're almost at nothing to go death, because there was like a cascade, like a fall, if you will.
Yeah.
But they keep
Yes, a lava fall.
themselves alive.
Lava.
Yeah. And then they share lines. And Obi-Wan says something of the like of what, Freddy Days? I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you.
Oh, I don't remember the exact dialogues, but he says like, he says, "I have failed you, Anakin." But he says something that Anakin replies with. I believe that Obi-Wan says the Emperor is telling you lies.
No.
He
The Emperor is evil. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
And Obi-Wan replies that, "Then you are lost."
Yes.
And again, they just Anakin jumps to Obi-Wan's platform. Obi-Wan was like in a bigger platform that was floating in the river. And in their duel, Obi-Wan just like looks to the side and he sees a high ground and he jumps. Once he's in solid land, he tells Anakin, "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
Don't try it. Don't try it, Anakin. Anakin jumps and Obi-Wan throws a hit before Anakin could actually land. He didn't give him a chance. Obi-Wan just goes like swings his lightsaber and cuts his it was his right arm,
the
and
arm
his two
that
legs.
he had remaining, and the 2 legs.
Yeah, and the 2 legs. And then Anakin is lying on the ground, and Obi-Wan,
He
with
starts
like a strong emotion, he starts screaming, "You are my brother, Anakin!
I loved you. You were supposed to bring balance. No. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not live in
Not
darkness."
living in the darkness." And Anakin replies to all of these words with a big scream.
I hate you.
Sorry for that. Kyber listeners, like turn down the volume.
I don't know if you heard
Too
it.
late. Too late now.
Because there's like this volume thing with the microphone and everything. But if you heard it, I apologize. Or not.
Or not. Yeah. So Anakin just screams, "I hate you," but he was like in how would you say, pendiente? Like he was in this place where he starts like going down. He was like on a hill, so naturally by gravity he starts going down, and he starts catching on fire. He was too close to the lava river that all those fumes, all that heat, catches to his clothes, and Anakin catches on fire in seconds. He starts screaming, and Obi-Wan, I mean, he cannot watch that scene.
Obi-Wan
He just,
picks
like,
up
turns away.
Anakin's lightsaber, and then
just
we jump to
leaves.
scene where Palpatine is out there, and then we see the clones that were close to him and says, "Prepare the shuttle. I sense Anakin is in danger. I sense Vader.
Lord Vader
Lord
is in
Vader
danger."
is in danger." So Obi-Wan leaves.
Oof.
Yeah, we cut back to scene with Obi-Wan. He leaves. He tenders Padme. He puts her in the ship and tries to put her in a good condition in order for her not to die. And then we see as well Palpatine going, seeing Vader in the ground, dismembered,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then putting him in a capsule. So we see this again rhyme where the couple, so Anakin and Padme, were suffering, both of them, right? So Anakin was suffering, and they were tendering to him, trying to save his life and trying to make him stable to be able to become the hand of the Emperor. And Padme giving birth to the son, which in the end, Isita, Maita, they're twins, right?
It turns out that Padme was carrying twins. I mean, they didn't know that. They were just expecting one baby. But yeah, as Jerry said, simultaneously, Vader was on the table. We see that droids are pulling cybernetic arms, cybernetic legs. They're putting him like some sort of body armor. And then, after they reveal that Padme is carrying twins, the first one it's a boy. So Padme tells, okay, this is going to be called Luke. And then after the second baby comes in, it's a girl, and she says Leia. But
And
then,
on the other side,
yeah,
they've completed the assembling of Vader, and we close the whole thing with the burnt face of what was Anakin, closing with the mask of what we know as Darth Vader, and the very iconic. Wow. There
yeah,
needed to be a sign.
Darth Vader's
There
classic
needed to
breathing
be a sign.
for the first time.
Yes, yes, yes. Of course, after this iconic scenes, we see that Padme. I mean, after the Darth Vader thing, we see Padme, and all of this. She loses life. She loses the will to live for some reason, and then we jump back.
Yep.
Vader. They compose him to shape, and he asks Palpatine, who was beside him when they composed him, like put him like straight or something like that. And he goes and asks, "Where is Padme? Is she alright? Is she alive? It seems that in your anger you have killed her." No! And
Yeah.
he
And now,
destroys
I mean,
everything that
at this
was
point,
there.
that was there. At this point, we can say, like, in words of Darth Vader, I believe it's in episode 4 or 5, when he says, "The circle is now complete." Because, again, in this last scene where Darth Vader is getting assembled, we all know what happens next because of course, the original trilogy. This movie just connects all of this. Padme's last words are, "Obi-Wan, I know there's still good in him." And then she dies. After this, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Bail Organa, they have like a serious talk, and they say like they talk between each other, like what to do with the kids. Bail Organa, right off of the table, like right away, he says, "I'll take the girl. My wife and I were always tried to have a baby, but we couldn't, so we'll take the girl. She'll have a nice life with us." And Obi-Wan offers to bring Luke to his family in Tatooine, which we already know, or we already met in episode 2, which was Owen Lars and
Beru.
and Beru Lars, which is the iconic call from Luke in episode 4. So everyone says, like, okay, it's a plan, go. We have to go into exile because we can no longer be just wandering around like before. But before leaving, Yoda tells Obi-Wan, "Hey, Obi-Wan, I have one last mission for you." And he says, like, what's going on, Master? And he gives him a great news. He tells him, "I have found a way to talk with those who are not with us anymore. I have reached contact with an old friend and a mentor of yours." And Obi-Wan goes like, "Qui-Gon." And Yoda tells him, "I'll show you how to commune with him in your exile." Oof. This was I mean, to me, it was always something the fact of hearing Qui-Gon, and the fact that they were like, he was the first Force ghost to learn this ability. I mean, it was an Obi-Wan, it was a Yoda, it was Qui-Gon. It was amazing. And I believe that's basically it. After that, we just see Obi-Wan leaving Luke with Owen Lars and Beru, and we end with this rhyme where everybody leaves, like, ends up watching at the horizon in Tatooine. Obi-Wan is just watching them from far away, and then
No!
no.
There's one thing. You've said it all on the light side of the Force. But on the dark side of the Force,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
see Darth Vader with his new suit and everything on his Star Cruiser, or on a Star Cruiser, with nobody else but General Tarkin. At that time, it was General Tarkin.
Yeah. General Tarkin. I was gonna say that.
And they see the start of what was the bad start. Palpatine reaches out to him. Ending shot, Darth Vader, Palpatine. Darth Vader does this. And now we can say,
Yeah. Oof. I mean, from start to end, this wraps up everything. This connects perfectly prequels with the original trilogy, and we get a beautiful masterpiece of 6 episodes. Oh my god.
Yeah, the other 3 don't count for us. That's our opinion. But yeah, as Freddy Days well pointed out, it is just amazing. I mean, for us, we lived in the time of these 3 episodes, and they are just, at least for us, great. Because, well, at least for me, they bring the politics, they bring the dogma, they bring everything that goes behind a war, right? So everything, the character development, the father figures, all of the characters were at least developed, right? So it's great, it's awesome, and to see everything connect, everything rhyme with everything, it was just awesome. Just I'm just gonna put it out there like that. Just awesome, for me at least.
It's beautiful. I mean, again, episode 3, in my opinion, is the best episode in the entire Star Wars saga, whether you want to include the sequels or not. For me, episode 3 is the best.
Okay, let's go
For
to
you?
qualifications. Let's go to qualifications. Yeah, for me it's the best as well, obviously. But
Okay.
what grade would you grade episode
Yeah,
3
yeah.
on?
Okay. 1 to 10. Oh, oof. I would say that it does deserve a 9.5. 9.5. It's on a well-deserved grade, in my opinion.
For me, it would be a 9.2, just due to the telenovela scenes. I mean, but as far as the continuity and all of that, and as far as tying the knots and everything, I would give it a 9.9 or a 10. But as far as what I like, I would give it a 9.2. and that's a high grade, very high grade.
Yeah. I can't remember like any other movie that I would have seen, and for much, it doesn't matter how much I liked it or love it, I would give it such a high grade. So yeah, to me, a 9.5 Star Wars Episode 3. Well deserved. 5 stars.
Yeah, we're not that far off, being honest.
Yeah.
We're not that far off, and that's good. That's good news. That's a point where we can. Yeah. I mean, we can ponder on it, and it's good. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys can tell that we get along. This is one of the reasons why.
Exactly.
This is one of the reasons why. But yeah, I mean, you tell us, guys, gals, all in betweeners, what you thought. We want to hear you. We want to read you. Let us know in the comments. Yeah, we know that this was quite an extensive run. So if you've been with us from the beginning throughout this point, put us a like, leave us a comment, say, I'm at this minute and I've enjoyed it, I've not enjoyed it, and why. Let us know where we screwed up, because we have, and we will continue to do that. We are just nerds.
First of all,
Star Wars. That's it.
First of all, if you've been, as Jerry said, through the start until this point, I want to thank you. First, thank you. The likes can come later on, but first, thank you. Because, as Jerry said, this episode was, I would say, the longest that we've ever talked about. But it's because the episode 3, it's that for us. It's in
our bones. It's our most.
It's in our bones.
Episode.
It's with
in our
what
bones
we grew
and in
with.
our bowls. Huh? Window. Bones.
Yeah.
Bowls. Huh? Last joke. Last bad joke for you.
And so, thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Again, let us know. Please let us know if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. Well, just leave us that like or dislike button. Share this video. Share this podcast. If you're listening to us on Spotify, share it with your friends. And we'll again, thank you very much for listening to us. And we'll see each other in the next Spanglish transmission. Don't forget to follow us in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify. Jerry, any last words?
Nothing. Just thank you for bearing with this two fools. We don't know it all. We do not do much research, but we try to replicate the passion that we have. So we would love a debate. If you have contradictory ideas of what we've spoken about, so just let us know. We're open for everything right now. And yeah, we want to hear you. We want to read you. We want to be able to connect with you that watch us or that listen to us. So just let us know. DM us. Our socials are going to be on the description, are going to be here, right down below, somewhere here, right here. So yeah, just let us know, subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll talk to you next time.